Are we ready to take our friendship into the next
I know,
level?
right? It seems like we are. Okay, on three. One, two, three.
Doing something very different today.
Clearly, you know, we're actually joined by people.
I know, right?
Oh my God, I don't have to deal with you and just you.
We are just subhumans.
I know.
But now we have actual human beings with us.
Yep.
So it's very different because usually we pit like characters.
Yeah.
Like
usually it's you know, it's something geeky, like something off of the comic book.
So now we're doing food versus food.
Yeah. We're getting it from
dishes.
We're basically getting it from cartoon sources.
Yes.
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 And you know how usually we have like people with PhDs.
Right.
You know, we have NASA physicists, professors, people who are way smarter than us. You know,
Yes.
we always have people helping us out because we're kind of like at the bottom tier of everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's the same thing that we're doing today. We actually have chefs with us.
Right.
And you know, not just any chefs. But like, I would like to believe that they're master chefs as well because they're basically creating something out of nothing. This is something fictional, but they're going to be creating it. So today we're actually going to be doing Krusty Krab's Krabby Patty
versus Remy's Ratatouille.
He had to say it like that.
The Krabby Patty got the crankiest citizen of Bikini Bottom hooked and happy.
That's right. Now, Remy's Ratatouille, on the other hand, threw Paris's harshest critic back into his fondest, most comforting childhood memory.
Which of the two dishes will make Master Chef Gordon Ramsay smile?
All right, well, hopefully
if he will pay attention to us.
That's true. It's a little weird because, you know, there are 4 people here. We're the only ones who are talking. So we'd like to introduce our special guests for today.
First off, I know, like, they're only giving each other
right? They're
the
super
evil
competitive,
eye.
just so you know. Okay.
So in one corner, we've brought in Chef Pat Go, former head chef of Black Sheep. It just so happens that it's also his first day at the Krusty Krab, and he has created his interpretation of the Krabby Patty.
He's actually one of those people who can put it on his Facebook where works at Krabby Patty.
Yeah.
And it's actually real. Our next, of course, our celebrity guest as well. We have a celebrity chef and all-around awesome mommy, Donita Rose!
Yay!
A part of me kind of wants to write a letter and send it to you as a greeting. Because I did that before when I was really young, but you didn't pay attention to it. So she's basically representing Ratatouille. Unfortunately, you know, she doesn't have a little chef hiding in her hair as well. That's why she doesn't have a hat.
No.
So we can show you that everything's very hygienic.
I was gonna wear my hat, but then I saw that Chef Pat wasn't wearing his chef jacket.
Right.
He told me to wear my chef jacket, so I said, okay, if he's gonna wear his hat, I'm gonna wear my jacket.
So well, he's kind of wearing a hat, just not a chef hat, but you know, close enough.
You know, if it was about like a real dish from a real restaurant, you can just go there and sample it.
Yeah.
But here we have something that is animated. How did you approach the challenge of going from animation, something that doesn't really exist, into something real?
Yeah. Well, basically, I remembered all the episodes that I've seen SpongeBob. And since I was a kid, I was a very, very avid fan of the show.
Yeah.
And I remembered all the episodes had this simple burger. It was a simple burger.
It looked like a regular.
It was a regular burger, but everyone was very happy.
Yeah.
So it was one of those, like, it's not about how it looks like, but it delivers.
Yeah,
Exactly. The taste.
It's very simple, but
No plating involved.
Exactly. We're just holding it.
It's just a burger. Just a burger. So what about you, Donita?
Well, I just woke up this morning and I was like, whatever, and just threw something, and then that's what I came up with.
And it looked exactly like the one in the cartoon.
I'm lying, actually. I felt so pressured because what they didn't know, or what you guys didn't know, was that Ratatouille was the movie that made me want to become a chef.
Wow,
that was the moment, when I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, so my ex at that time looked at me and he was like, oh my God, that's so you. And I was like, that's me, that's me. When you said Ratatouille, I was like,
that's perfect.
So I watched the movie from start to end, and then after that I went online, and then like I was looking at different recipes, because I remember making it once in school, but it was very simple. It was just like, you know, you just dice, like medium dice, and then throw everything together, and then it's done. It's very simple to make. But because you guys said that you wanted it to be like the one in the movie, but it had to have a little bit of my creative twist on it, so I was like, oh, I'm so proud.
I made my own secret sauce. So
Because
do I really want to find out what's in your secret sauce? I mean,
so he had to come up with his own secret sauce.
Actually,
well, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't come up with a secret sauce. I came up with a secret sauce. There's two.
if you look at SpongeBob lore, because there's actually a thing called SpongeBob lore, there are just some weird ingredients in the Krabby Patty, like
read a lot.
the woohoo, the awooga, and the splash of wee. How do you interpret that?
Did you include some of that?
I tried to do it. I tried to do it. I just can't get the right interpretation of it.
Okay.
But well, for me, it's very simple. I mean, just put a lot of love.
Wow.
Just put a lot of
I don't want to ask how you put love in your food.
I mean, he did mention secret sauce after all.
Have you guys had ratatouille before?
I've actually never had ratatouille in my life.
Oh, when I was growing up in France.
Wow!
In Sabayan. in the town, near our village.
Right. Oh.
Applied for a job in Vegas and I got seriously rejected.
Okay.
So I called my mom and it was the first time that I'd ever cried to her. And she's like, Anak, come home. I'm gonna cook for you. And I was like, oh, patay, So.
Okay, wait. So just as a backgrounder,
my mom.
Your mom's not a cook. Okay.
Like she doesn't follow a recipe. She just take whatever's in the refrigerator
and put it all together and then come up with something. Yeah.
I came home. I was so surprised that for the first time in my life, I really loved my mom's dish. And it was a pivotal moment in our relationship because I've never truly embraced my mom for who she is. Being super Pinay, like provinciana, taga-province.
Yeah, Provence.
I enjoyed the process of making it because it brought back a lot of memories.
We're watching, just in case you're not familiar with the kind of stuff that Chef Gordon Ramsay tells his contestants, his students, his people, the people who tweet him. Here's an actual clip just to check out how much of a war zone it is behind the scenes of Hell's Kitchen.
You do seriously surprise me. Thank you, Chef. I was hoping you'd see that. I mean, I'd give it all I got. Give you 110. You surprise me to how shit you are. Your state.
He's savage.
Very. And not in a good way.
Yeah.
Not in a good way,
you know
kind
what?
of savage.
He sort of started this thing on Twitter where people just tweeted him photos of what they created, and then he becomes really snarky, and then he gives his comments more snarky than good.
Although every now and then, I'll give it to him, he does say, he does give you like a, hey, not bad, chef,
right?
kind of message every now and then.
I remember reading this one thing like, hey, I cooked this dish for my grandmother. I wanted to know what your opinion is. And he goes, first off, is she still alive?
I mean, obviously, he takes his food seriously.
Yes.
We would have loved to bring him on the show. Unfortunately, his schedule was a little bit too busy.
Yeah.
I called him yesterday. I was like, yo, Gords.
Gourds.
Yeah, Gourds. I call him Gourds. It's a little kitchen joke, like a bitter gourd. So I was like, Gourds, yo, are you gonna come over? Like, we're gonna do an episode of Versus. And he was like, bro, I'd love to. But
bro.
Yeah, he calls me bro.
Wow.
Yeah. We go way back.
That's not what he said to me.
Okay.
You know what I got when I called him up? I said, hey, Ram.
Ram!
Yeah.
Ram,
I call him Ram.
Ram.
So I said, hey, Ram.
Very Filipino. Yeah.
Would you like to, because he calls you what, bro?
Yeah.
He calls me Lodi.
Lodi!
Lodi, I'd love to guest, but that co-host of yours, I'm not so fond of him. We have appropriated the criteria for judging from the World Food Championship.
The WFC.
The WFC.
That's right. So it's
legit.
It's called the EAT method. You see what they did there?
EAT.
Okay.
Eat.
Which stands for execution,
Not
appearance.
like execution, but like how it's executed.
Oh man, I was really hoping for some beheading today. Appearance and taste. Okay, so the breakdown is as follows. I love it. I feel like we're judging for a pageant.
I know,
you know
right?
what I mean?
Okay, so first
appearance makes for 15%.
Okay, first thing to judge, since it's the first thing. Obviously, it's the first thing you see.
Right.
It's what you see before you taste it. It has to look appetizing. Now, second, it's important also to we want a mouth-watering dish, something that you can't wait to dip your fork into and then taste it.
Next criteria: execution, 35%.
Okay, so in order to judge the execution, we need to determine what the chefs intended with their dishes, or in this case, how faithful to the canon or the cartoon or the animated movie was their interpretation. But there's this little part of the challenge where we also judge you on your creativity, so how you improvised for certain aspects of the dish that cannot exist in our mortal realm. So, for example, Krabby Patty for Pat. Chef Pat, has a secret formula which doesn't exist. So he had to improvise.
Yeah.
Which is actually more of a challenge.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
And then of course for Donita Rose, it's the whole like how she would be able to transport us back in time.
Right, like when we
Just by the powers of her dish. Chunk of the challenge, of the score, half of the score, 50%, obviously will be taste.
That's right.
And remember, in as much as we would love to have like, you know, Chef Gordon Ramsay judge it, we will have to depend on our very pedestrian taste buds. You only have us to judge. But of course, you know...
people who know how to cook Spam.
I know, right? But we do have some people standing by just in case it's a tie.
It's one person.
Okay.
By the way.
So each criterion will be given a score from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And now, it is time for...
I love it. It's so America's Next Top Model. Okay.
the Battle of the Taste Buds. Dun dun dun! Alright, so this is it. I'm about to taste Donita Rose's Ratatouille. That's how we say it in Paris. Alright, this is so Food Wars. Oh my gosh. See if I will be transported. I am getting the first touille in the dish. Here I am. Okay. It's very good. I like the interplay of the acidity and the base. You know, it reminds me of what my mama back in Paris prepares for me. Let's see, appearance, it's very pretty. It's like Paris in the springtime. And it's really beautiful. And how faithful was the dish to the canon? I think it's like, it explodes in your mouth like a cannon. Talong, that talong is so good. And the ketchup and the green thingamajig. I think I'm done. Good job, Donita Rose.
All right, so now it's my turn to try out Donita Rose's Ratatouille. Little known fact about me is I actually don't eat vegetables unless they're forced down my throat. Yeah. The first time I'm having Ratatouille, so I don't really have a lot of like comparison to any different types of Ratatouille or vegetables in general. So let's see. Zucchini and eggplant. Of course I knew that. It's vegetables. Yay! Yay, vegetables! That's actually not bad. Like, that's actually not bad. It's a slimier version of lasagna, but it's actually really good. I'm just gonna write down my score here. Execution. Oh, okay, there's this crispy part that Chico didn't touch, so I'm gonna try to eat it with a biscotti? Nope, not biscotti. Is it cheese? Parmesan cheese. Parmesan crisps. Yes. It's even better with the Parmesan crisps. I actually really like it. I am thoroughly surprised.
We are now about to taste the Krabby Patty.
All right, so basically, because there's only one actual Krabby Patty, it's very high in demand. You know, the supply is very low, so we have to share it. We're gonna have to eat it together.
Okay.
From like, pray to dear sweet baby Jesus that our lips don't touch.
At the same time.
At the same time. The nice thing about it is it actually looks like the Krabby Patty.
It really does.
This is a secret sauce, by the way.
Yes.
You know, the extra
Let me see.
I keep smelling it because I feel like I know what it is. Like it's at the tip of my tongue.
I'm
like,
a super smeller.
Do you really have to like?
That's actually.
Oh my God, you're there! Okay. Oh my God, you scared us.
That's basically.
You were watching us the entire time. What a creeper!
Yes.
All right. Okay, so what is it?
It's made out of fish.
Fish!
Fish!
Yes. Meep. So this one's smoked bonito.
What are you doing
thing,
here?
right? No. There's influencing happening. There's influencing happening. All right.
Right?
Secret.
So this is how I usually
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
You de bonito.
Okay.
You did turn the what is it? The
crankiest,
crankiest inhabitant
denizen of Bikini Bottom smile.
Yes.
Don't let anything drip.
That's what she said.
Okay. Ready?
Wait. Okay.
Don't get awkward after this.
How long have I known you for? Okay.
Give me a call the next morning.
At least buy me dinner.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Ready? Get set.
On three.
3, 1,
Wait.
2. No, don't look at me when we're biting, okay?
No eye contact.
No eye contact.
No eye contact.
Okay.
Wait, so who's adjusting? Like, are we both going in for the kill, or are you doing like 90? I go 10, kind of like Hitch.
What are you used to?
I don't know. Just go all the way. All right,
Okay,
wait.
fine.
Okay,
Just don't look at me, okay?
Okay. I can't not look at you.
You should.
I mean, like, your face is like so close. Okay.
I'll
okay.
get conscious.
All right. Okay.
Just tell me if it's good. But no eye contact.
No eye contact. No
Okay?
eye contact. All right. Okay. On 3?
Yeah.
Wait, so we're both going in, right?
Yes.
Like, you want to do a rehearsal? Like, okay, like 1, again.
Okay.
Again. And then.
A few moments later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, on 3.
Can we like groan?
Ooh.
No, we like it. You like that? Okay, let's do it.
Does that make you feel
Oh my
uncomfortable?
gosh. Are we ready to take our friendship into the next
I know,
level?
right? It seems like we are. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, again. You dripped all over me. It's really good.
I give the burger a 5, but the experience a 10.
I need to take another bite just to sort of
Okay.
figure it out.
Oh yeah, with the secret sauce.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And you know, it's
You know what I was thinking? Like, when I saw the ingredients for the Krabby Patty, like I mentioned it earlier. Thank you again,
you.
Magical Hand.
yes.
This place is full of like wonders. Such a mishmash of things. It looked weird. I don't like vegetables. I
Yeah.
don't like pickles. You don't eat onions.
I don't eat onions.
But for
I
some
actually
strange
got a bite.
reason, it actually works.
Yeah.
It actually works all together.
Usually you get overwhelmed
Yeah.
when like
When
for
your faces are
example,
that close to each other. Yeah.
and
usually.
because there were so many ingredients, it was quite thick. So it was hard. So
Was it girthy?
no, because it was actually hard to fit in your mouth. It's like you wanted to unhinge your jaw so it would fit. No, because it's so difficult with one bite. Usually you nibble first, right? Try to make sure that in one bite you get a little bit of everything.
Right.
You don't want to get just one part or maybe just a patty or just bread. You know, with ratatouille, it's quite rare to
Yeah.
get a taste of ratatouille. So there's
But
not
with
a lot to
burgers-
compare it with. But with burgers,
You get it all the time.
we eat burgers all the time, so it's actually a little bit harder to compete with all the burgers out there.
I think we're gonna have a hard time.
I think so too. All right, so we've scored it, and let's see who's victorious.
Let's see if he gives me a call the next day.
Yes. All right.
Now that we've tasted both dishes,
Yes.
you know, we're gonna give you the breakdown of the scores. Take note though, we actually had no idea what the other score,
We made sure
what the
we-
score of
yeah.
the other person is or was. Here is the tally,
Yes.
but we have some idea of what it looks like to kind of make out with each other. Some idea.
I don't know if you realized it or not. After you took a bite of the patty,
Yeah.
you actually were laughing like SpongeBob.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. By no means a judgment or measure of our guest chef's mad skills, because both were amazing.
That's true. We can both agree on that. It's just that, you know.
You know, they just have like two idiots judging.
That's true. And
of course, we'd like to thank both chefs.
Thank you
for,
so much
joining
for-
us. And
Oh, wait.
for appearance, Ratatouille had 9.5, while Krabby Patty had 9.
Okay.
Oh!
Execution. The Ratatouille had a 9.5. Of course, execution was all about how faithful their dish was to the canon. And for the Krabby Patty, It's a 10.
Oh!
We got a 10.
It's a tie so far.
Oh, it's a tie so
far. It is a tie. We get to the 50% taste.
Okay.
Okay.
For the Ratatouille, we have a score of 9.
Okay.
9 of 10.
9. And for the Krabby Patty, we had a score of 9.5.
So winner by 0.5.
By 0.5.
0.5.
Oh, no, because that's 50%. So the final weighted score is...
We're horrible at math.
9.
Horrible at math.
Ratatouille had 9.25. And Krabby Patty had 9.6.
So congratulations!
Congratulations! You see, the thing is, there are 3 men here, and they like meat, right? So it's okay.
I like vegetables.
But he likes vegetables. He was a vegetarian for 10 years.
You were a vegetarian for 10 years?
Yeah, and then he had meat, and then that all changed.
You know, what do we know?
I know.
What do we know? We're not experts with it. We just love eating. And we are honored that you visited us and, you know, joined this little madness we call Versus.
Well, you know, I actually feel like I won. Just that scene of the two of you sharing the burger, that was like to die for.
And I don't know if that, you know, contributed to the high score we gave you.
I know that you have a YouTube show as well, so, you know, where can they catch you?
Brand new.
Yeah, it's brand spanking new. I think it's just look up Donita Rose, and I will. So far, what we've been doing is I've been going to friends' houses.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, they just so happen to be celebrities. So yeah, I'd cook for them, and I'd ask them what their childhood favorite dish was, and if I could somehow recreate it to level it up.
It's still very grounded in Ratatouille. Exactly, I love it.
Follow me on Instagram. I'll be doing different pop-ups, like random places, like different restaurants,
so
cafes,
much fun.
So may canto,
stations.
Yeah.
Follow me on IG, Patrick M. Go. So it's Pat M. Go. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this very unique version of Versus. In case you want to try the dishes yourselves, we actually included the recipes of our 2 chefs today in the caption.
Oh my God, we're like a cooking show today.
Right? If you've got like suggestions, just put it in the comments.
That's right.
What you would want us to, like we said, you know, we can pit anything versus anything. Tell us what you think of the episode. Would you like to see more of this kind? Tell us all about it. And of course, we would appreciate it if you clicked subscribe.
That's right, the little bell icon sort of like notifies you also if we have new videos that are out.
Thank you for watching us, and this has been Versus!
See ya!